Hey guys, I am about halfway through my day and I realized, or I guess halfway through my morning, that I think I want to record today. So that's what I'm going to do. I have started cooking some cinnamon rolls for a friend of mine who just had a baby, and then I'm going to cook some more food for her. I also got a griddle from Blackstone for my birthday from my father-in-law. So I'm going to season that today and take y'all along with me and maybe cook up some eggs for a breakfast casserole that I'm also going to make for my friend who just had a baby. And if you're wondering what's in that sound is in the background, it is this little girl jumping up and down. You want to jump? You want to jump? Jump for me. Can you jump? Ooh, good job. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get I just put the butter on the cinnamon roll dough, and then I'm gonna put the black sugar and cinnamon and roll them up and pop them in the oven once they rise their second time. So we are outside on the porch now. I got my Blackstone going. I will link a video of how to care for your Blackstone that was made by the actual Blackstone people. But what you do is you wash it with soapy water for the first and last time, they say, and let it dry, and then you let it heat up for 15 minutes before you start seasoning it. So that's what's happening right now. And then I will use this griddle seasoning and cast iron conditioner for seasoning it, and I'll probably do it 4 or 5 times. Then we'll be good to go. But the one that I was gifted is the collapsible on the go one, so that will be nice for when we go camping in our RV. Okay guys, so I forgot to record the first few times of me seasoning the griddle, but it's okay because you just do the same thing about 4 or 5 times. The alarm you just saw was I'm setting an alarm every time I season the griddle to 15 minutes so that I can come back in here, do my thing, not forget about it, and then go back out there and season it every 15 minutes until I'm done. So we now have, I think it's 2. 2 of the seasoning cycles done. So now we're gonna go do it again, and I'll show you how to do it. I'm hoping, because it's kind of windy outside, I'm hoping that it does not affect the seasoning. My husband thought it would be okay, so hopefully it'll be okay. But here we go. Okay, so my new griddle, we only had this small one on it because it's supposed to be an on-the-go griddle. You can buy an adapter to put a big propane bottle on, but I guess running it for probably close to an hour before it ran out is all you get from that little bottle, which isn't that much. We'll see what we do, but I just ran out on my 3rd or 4th seasoning, which I think 3 is about the minimum you want to do. So I went ahead and put my last coat on there for now, even though it's not hot, just to kind of protect it a little bit maybe. And I'll probably try to go by the propane place close to our house later and we get a second one. But so far I'm glad to have it, even though I haven't been able to use yet, and I think it'll be great for our family. So I got it because I wanted to start being outside more, because I found myself telling my children no whenever it comes to going outside because I had a bunch of cooking to do in the house. So I was like, if I get, even if it's just this as a start to being able to cook outside, then I can watch the kids as they play and also cook. So that's why I wanted it, and I think it'll be great for us. We just need to get more propane. So y'all saw that I got our first roll right here, and I covered it with paper towels for its second rise, which will last about an hour. And then I decided to make another batch for our family, and to also, I'll probably take leftovers to work. So I'm waiting for that one to do its first rise, that one to do its second rise, and then we will get ready to cook that one. We'll get that one going on its second rise. And then we can make the filling, or not filling, but frosting to put on them and go from there. So now I'm back inside and I'm going to start on cleaning up this area. Even though I'm not done with it, I'm just going to put some things up and maybe go ahead and make the frosting, just so I can get ahead, because this is kind of taking a lot, and it's taking a lot of my counter space up. So I'm gonna make the frosting, I think, and then we will probably go into the other things that I plan to make today. I was gonna make some of it on the griddle, but I probably won't go to town until after I make the food. So maybe I can cook on it tomorrow or the day after. So we're just gonna get some things cooked and go on with our day. Yeah. Dawson's out there removing the old goat dry pen with a neat little tip that he got shown by his dad. He already removed these two where we used to have a gate. You can see that these two left the concrete in there, which is fine. We're just gonna open this up, maybe put a garden over here, but right now it's open to our normal yard. This line right there, we used to have a fence, went that way, and this was the gate right here. So we had a pin here, a pin there where there's still a pin, and then the dry pin, which you can see kind of the gate over there and where they're taking posts up, it would separate this pin and that pin next to the driveway. So we had 1, 2, 3 pins, but now we got rid of the goats. We're getting rid of the dry pin, and we're just giving this one big huge L-shaped pin for the chickens just to have. It also keeps our dogs and children just one more extra layer away from the road, which I like for peace of mind. So we will have one big pin. He's getting rid of the dry pin posts and gates, and that'll open up it to a big L shape. So we got this taken care of. Now he's getting that taken care of, and then he's gonna start on fencing in the backyard, because we only have the fence right here, and it goes back behind our house into our shed, as you can see, and that's where our fence ends. So it's actually, our property line actually goes behind our RV and those stacks of wood and that tree line, and then back down this tree line. You might be able to see the T-posts that are up there from where there used to be a barbed wire fence, and this all used to be barbed wire too when we first moved here, but we took up the barbed wire and put normal cattle panel fencing, I guess. Welded wire cattle panel fencing. So that will be the next job after cleaning up the posts, and we'll probably use some of those for the backyard. But we already have our property line, and we're just going to take up this fence once we get the entire backyard fenced in, so we can just have one huge, well, I say huge, but big front yard and backyard and side yards, and then the front L for the chickens. And then there's one little bitty pin, I don't know if y'all can see it, right over there next to the driveway gate, and that is where we would keep our buck for a very small period of time, in case, so he wouldn't hurt baby goats we had, because we didn't know how he would act around them. But we just use that in case we need an extra place to put up the dogs if we have company over and they don't like dogs. So that's kind of like the dog pen now, and then we'll have this big L for the chicken pen. Our dogs run free in the big part of the yard, but if we ever need to put them up, then that's where we put them, over there. Eddie! Hey girl. Hey baby. Okay. So we just got the chicken in the crock pot. I like to do a little bit of lemon juice and heavy salt and pepper. I really like the peppery taste. So we got that going. So our cinnamon rolls seem to be done. I made way too much, as you can tell. So I'm probably gonna take a tray to my friend, a tray to my work, and a tray I'll give to Dawson to take to work. So I'm just gonna do the toothpick test on these real quick. It's what my grandmother did. It's what I do. That seems to be pretty good. Yeah. So I'm gonna call these done, at least the two that were on top. I think the one on bottom might need some more time. So I'm gonna get this other one out. And then we're gonna give that bottom one, I'll show y'all. You can kind of see it just doesn't look quite done from my point of view, at least. We're gonna give that one just a little bit more time at 350. I'll set the timer for about, I'm thinking 5 minutes. I'm gonna make some coffee because I'm feeling like I need some coffee with all this cooking, and then maybe we'll get to those breakfast casseroles I keep talking about. The way I make coffee, I will make cowboy coffee, which I will link the recipe, or I guess the instructions that I found how to make cowboy coffee. I will link that in the video so you can look it up, and I might even make a video of it one day. But I either make it that way or with a French press. So right now I'm just warming up water, and I'll put grounds in my French press, let it steep, and then you push the French press down slowly, and then you have your coffee ready to use. And since the French press, it'll push the grounds down, then you shouldn't have any come into your coffee if your French press is working right. So that is how I'm going to make coffee now. Alright, so the coffee is done. I'm going to get me a cup and then make this breakfast casserole. I think I'm running out of energy, so I'm not sure if I'll film it or not, but I'll catch y'all in the next video. Thanks for stopping by Littletown Homestead. Hope y'all have a blessed day. See you guys. Okay guys, we finished the breakfast casseroles. I made 2 of them. I will try to find a recipe that resembles these. I lost the one I started off with and then just kind of put in some stuff as I went along the years making it. And then we ended up with a lot more cinnamon rolls than I planned it on. So my husband's going to take this to work, I'm going to take this to work, and then I'm going to give this to my friend who had the baby. And then our chicken is still cooking in the crock pot. But I just want to let y'all know that it did get made, and here's the final product.